in Ferguson. So that's kind of going on. I'm going to try and open this up. Yeah. So this is some of the kids that were out there. Just going to play a little bit of this. This is their red carpet treatment. Yeah. Spider-Man out there, Pikachu, St. Charles Fire Department. They were awesome today. This is where they get that red carpet. Hold on, stay right there. We're going to get more pictures. There's me putting my thumb in the screen. These kids are awesome. They're absolutely freaking awesome. They're all dealing with a lot of issues. They all have, there's terminal illnesses, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy. We had the bubble bus out there. The bubble bus was crazy fun. Back on Darth Vader out there. That was not Papa Bear. That's Darth Vader.
She walks off, then you're gonna say your name and how old you are. Okay.
Oop.
That's all you gotta do, and then you're gonna walk down that red carpet, turn around like a stud.
That's Trina. So Trina's the one who runs Miracles in Progress. She's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Okay, you ready? All right.
Chris, and I'm 8 years old.
All right, Chris, walk that red carpet like you own it. Yeah. Now move it. Now post. You gotta post for us. You got this. Yeah. Come on, you got this. All right.
I'm gonna try and jump this ahead. That was a weird echo. Try and jump this video ahead just a little bit because I want to find Dante. Dante, there he is. There's my man Dante. Let's open this up. Dante is one cool kid. Hey, Wolverine was there too. That was kind of fun.
Thank you. Come back and smile and wave to everybody. We love you. Woo! Aw, he is adorable. All right, who's next?
There's Dante.
All right, another cool dude. This party. Oh, he's going for it. And loving him. He's on the carpet since the day he started with us. All right, smile. There we go. These are the moments that we cherish, guys. These are the moments you can't get back. It's that smile that lives forever and keeps what keeps us doing what we do here at Open Progress. All right, Dante. Yeah, but you won't stay here forever if you let him. All right. See you next, buddy.
All right, Dante's one heck of a cool kid. Let me put it that way. That is for sure because he was absolutely awesome. And I found out, so here's how my world works. My world is so weird that I don't know what's going on there. So Dante's grandmother, Mama T, if you see this, much love. She is one of our big time extreme bar bingo players out in Mascot. So that's how my weird world connects. I go in loops and around and around and around. And yeah, you never know what part of the spectrum, what side of the orbit you're gonna end up on. So I'm gonna jump ahead here. This is cool. Look at that face. God, that face is beautiful. So I'll probably jump a little bit in this. But this is towards the end. This is at the parade part. I hit the button like 7 times.
Superstars and Supercars at Family Arena. They're getting ready for the big pull out here, where all the kids are jumping in their cars, getting ready to head out from the Family Arena.
So let me close this down. I'm gonna jump this up a little bit. There's a lot of me talking like an idiot because that's just me. There's St. Charles Fire Department. We're gonna jump up here just a little. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Here we go. Here's some cars for you. Got a McLaren, a Ferrari, getting ready to roll out.
This is the cool part. This is the time to geek out if you're a car geek like me.
This is me talking over me because I can talk over me. I'm the only one that's allowed to talk over me. Unless you talk over me, and that's cool too. We got Ferrari. Hot. There's exciting stuff. I don't know if you saw this one or not, Papa. You got to check out this purple Lambo that's coming up. I don't know if he got there by the time you had to leave or not, but this thing was smoking. Little green highlights.
That's a pretty dog right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's gorgeous.
So part of this whole thing is these kids. Oh, the old bubble bus, yeah.
You need the bubble bus. There's the phone number. That was pretty darn cool.
Hit me up, bubble bus. We'll get you on the show, too. What the heck?
The
McLaren. Ah!
GTR.
I can't help it. I'm a car geek, especially exotic cars. So back in the 80s, I used to have the exotic car calendars. You know, the '86 Lamborghini Countach. That was the ride I was gonna have. You know, I could probably find one these days for relatively cheap. I say relatively cheap because it'd probably be still worth more than half of my house. Yeah. I'll let these guys take off and we'll jump ahead to the parade park that took place out there. Like I said, we're gonna get this all together in kind of one big video. Look at these guys. Everybody geeks out when it comes to that. All right, I'm going to jump ahead in this video just to now. Stop it. Come on now, work with me. There we go. I'll jump ahead here a little bit. I want to get the parade part of this. So the kids all get in, and they get to choose which one of the cars they want to ride in. Here we go. I jumped too far. Hold on, back up. All right, let's see. This will work. We can roll a few minutes of watching exotic cars with awesome kids in it. That's cool too.
Because I'm lying. I can't zoom in. He's right down there. I'll try to catch him when he pulls up. I'm sure he'll be rolling out of here too.
So this is going to be one of those things we're going to put together because the entire month of September, I am so smoke busy. 2 Tuesdays, I'm probably going to be 200 foot underground. So we're going to put a couple of pre-recorded shows on in September. And these pieces with some of the interviews with some of the car owners and things like that Papa Bear captured, we're going to have, it's going to be a pretty cool show. So I don't want to do too much here, but I definitely want to showcase this, old school. Yeah. I want to show off the little parade part here when these kids are all in these awesome cars, going to roll out on their little victory lap from St. Charles out to St. Peter's, screaming down 70 in some exotic cars. You gotta love that. Oh yeah.
Oh, we're getting talky now.
Got the vet and the Lambo talking to each other out there.
Look at the color of that guy. That's gorgeous. Pretty. I feel like I'm at the starting grid of like one of the sports car races or something.
We're gonna have to leave this to Papa's editing skills to edit my bantering out of this.
By the way, make sure you go to miraclesinprogress.org, learn more about this organization that's doing this today. They are absolutely amazing what they're doing for these kids. Kids dealing with terminal illnesses, cancer. That's just a Honda. They're just kind of coming out this way.
I'm laughing at myself laughing. That's just funny. Again. So yeah, there's a little segue into the miraclesinprogress.org.
Oh yeah.
They didn't let me ride in one of the cars, but you know what? I'm not dealing with stuff that these kids are dealing with, and that's okay.
Man, this organization is awesome what they're doing for these kids. Got to give them a minute to kind of forget about everything that's going on in their lives. All the crap. I don't stick around here until some of the other guys come out the other way. We'll see what there's a lot of muscle moving around, a lot of horsepower dancing around me. And a heck of a lot of torque, that's for sure. A couple of hot rods rolling out the rear. That's a Fiat, but that's not really part of the parade. Got these guys line up. St. Charles Fire Department out here.
They did an awesome job. A huge American flag hanging over the event, which was really cool.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Hey, guys.
So this is me trying to pause the fire department because they were leading the parade out. In other words, I cannot multitask, if you can't tell that. I am awful at multitasking.
All right.
That. Woo! Kuda! There they go.
We got old school. Look at that T-bird. I don't know what that one all is. It's like a little Pikachu thingy. Get that view there. Look at that color. I love that Audi.
Hey.
GTR rolling. There's that Maserati. Benzo. Here comes the Rad Rod for you, Jen. Yeah.
There was some guy rolling around a Can-Am Spider there that day too. I don't know who that guy might have been.
Couple sponsors.
I think I heard him. There's a couple of sponsored vehicles rolling out.
Couple of Mustang guys. I think that's everybody that's cool.
I think it's everybody that's cool, right? Exactly. That was pretty much everybody was cool. So that's what was going on out there on Saturday. Now that was pretty exciting stuff. I will tell you that. I thoroughly enjoyed being a part of that event. Just in a little bit, helped to kind of grab some footage and stuff like that, and kind of help out on a great day to help those kids kind of forget about everything that was going on. So because I'm sharing, you know what? We're going to talk about another exotic car. So check this out. So we have a bid that's going out for a very large project. And as part of that bid, we decided, you know what? We're going to scan a vet. So why don't I just show you guys things that I do so you know this is what Envelop does. Well, it's not all that we do. This is just one of those many facets. So check out this 50th anniversary 2003 Chevrolet Corvette Z06. That was funny. I heard me echoing me. That was cool. Anyway, so check this out. This is the studio that we reside in. This is actually Spot Content Studios, 5555 Tyler Avenue, but we borrowed a little spot there today for this. And one of the cool things about the scans that we do is obviously you get to walk around, whether you're inside or in this case outside of a vehicle. We get to take the whole tour of that vehicle, take a good look at it. But here's some of the other cool stuff we get to do. We've got what are known as matter tags. You know what? We use the Matterport system. Based out of California. We didn't create this technology. We just use it for all kinds of fun stuff. There are other people who have these cameras, but there's not people who have these cameras doing some of the stuff we're doing. So check this out. You want to learn more about it? Look at that. We talk about the LED lighting that was put on, the special lighting that was done. We also got stuff about the tires. You know what? You got to talk about the tires. One of the cool things is we've got these linked to a bunch of the different manufacturers and the companies that did the work on on this car. Obviously, if somebody wants this link, I'd be happy to share it out to them, let you do that. But Leading Edge Performance did a ton of work on this engine. Yeah, just a little 5.7 liter V8, LS6, 405 horsepower, and 400 foot-pounds of torque. Giddy up, right? Who wants to go inside? I know somebody wants to go inside this car, right? I know you do. We're going to spin over here, giving it a look on the other side. A little more about the rotors and brakes. A little shout out to Pat Malacarney, Chris Malacarney's brother, Chris Malacarney, who runs Chris Malacarney Photography, as well as is a partner in Envelop. His brother runs D&M Auto Service in Belleville. You need some true good work done, he gets our high recommendation, that's for sure. And that's a little Master Auto Tire and Repair. That's the Ed is a veteran, and he runs that place. They are up in Collinsville. So you need any tire work or something like that done, get a hold of Ed Starnes up there. He's a pretty cool dude. Now we're going to jump back around here. I'm going to let you climb in the driver's seat. How's that sound? Oh, you want to take a peek in the trunk? Oh, yeah, look at that. We opened the doors. Isn't that fun? All right, here we go. You ready to walk in here? You ready to get in this car? Here we go. Climbing in. Oh, there you go. Right in the driver's seat. But I know the 3D tours we do, you know, they're not, they're kind of static. Or are they? Because we can take and drop in. Let's take you for a little ride at Atlanta Motorsports Park. How's that sound? Oops. Just to hear that growl, that throaty growl. Oh, I love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. So that's just one little part of these. Whoa, easy now. Woo. Jumping around on me. We also can show up dollhouses and spaces. We're going to do this a little more in a couple other tours I jump into, but that gives you that total view of that bet. With the doors open, the hood open, the trunk open. Just a little bit of excitement there, right? Take a little look at this beautiful. Whoa, that's loud. Brings life to it. We plug video in. It brings life to what's going on. Same car, different. Well, not the same car. Same make of car, different car. But you see the difference here. This is a video. If you want to stop and look at those tires, they're in control. We're a 3D tour. You're in control. That's always kind of fun. So that's a car, you know. That's just part of what we do. You want to see some more exciting stuff? Let's jump in here. We're going to go to another tour because I can do that. So let's say you're a business and you want to showcase your space. Right now, it's a little tough to bring people in. There's so many regulations, so many things. So our good friend, Todd Thayer, is one of the principals of Bluewood Brewing, which is, if you don't know where Bluewood is, check this out. I'm going to take you outside and show you. We are right down on Lemp Avenue at the corner of Lemp and Cherokee. There's where you are. It was a little chilly that day when I did this. The Lemp Mansion is right up here around the corner. I'm going to show you something neat in a second. This here is some Lemp spaces up there. Most of them aren't haunted. Some of them are. Hey, remember those 250-year cakes? There's one sitting right out there. So anyway, we're going to walk right inside here to Bluewood Brewing. It gives you a little opportunity to check it out. Now, something that's neat is Bluewood Brewing, blue and brew is hard to say. Holy cow. So Bluewood Brewing brews beer on site. Goodness, that was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. So one of the cool things there, here's this bar. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Todd and the guys did a great job. We're going to try, I think we're going to have to try, Papa Bear, make a note of this. I think we're going to have to try to go down and record one of the shows down at Bluewood. I mean, that would be terrible, right? I know he's just giving me that look. So here's the cool thing. We can link right to their website, right to the draft list. Yes, the tap room's temporarily closed. We know that because of this COVID stuff. You can order beers from there, but it links when their tap list is ongoing. It's right there. You can grab it. So inside here also, who's ever been to Max Local Eats? Max Local Eats is awesome food. Awesome. Max lives in here. So here's how this becomes multi-useful. You want to see Max, it's the same space. But, oh, I put a typo in there. That's kind of funny. That's how I see things. I end up making typos. This links back and forth between the two. Anybody want to get hungry? This is how you get hungry. You start looking at Mac's website. Woo-hoo. There's their menu. Oh, yeah. I can feel it. You're getting hungry. Getting hungry. That's how it is. But this is a cool tool because it allows those two businesses to connect in the same space. Now, once the world is normal again, you got to check out this cool event space they have back here. This can be just a tap room, but you need to have an event with about 30, 40 of your closest friends with your own private bar. That's what you got to think about. You get a hold of Todd there or the other guys at Bluewood Brewing. Their information is right here. This is obviously the Max part of it, but you can get that information right there from the tour. We can put contact information in, bring people into that space. I'm going to jump back into the Bluewood part of this just because I can. I want to show you what else we've done here. We've tagged this in. Oh, I got to show you the chandelier. Look at this awesome chandelier. Isn't that crazy awesome looking? It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing. So this Bluewood Brewing is in the lower level of part of these buildings that are run by Lent Properties. So watch this. You want to have an event, you want to have a wedding that is right above a brewery? I mean, the brewery's right there. Check this out. We're going to run up into Lent Law. I figured I'd do this today because, you know, number one, I can. This is my show, but I want to give people a good feel about what's going on in the world of Envelop and what we do and how we can help businesses of all types. Event spaces are getting pounded right now. I know that. Hospitality industry is absolutely getting decimated by this pandemic. But right now could be a great way to showcase your space for when we get out of this. Because eventually we're getting out of this. We have to. Or we're all going to be, you know. That's where I'm not getting political, remember? So there's so many different spaces that are all connected together here. We're touring Lent Properties now. Anybody ever been to Lent Mansion? You ever been there? Does it scare you to think of the possibility of going there? Is that possible? So this is an awesome space. Another event space. And it's right down the hallway. Has an awesome patio. Check out the patio. Oops, I dropped. Oh, we're in the elevator. Isn't that cool? On floor 3. Hey, let's go down to floor 1. Woo, woo. I heard myself making woo-woo noises ridiculously. All right. So we're also going to jump over. We're going to go down the street here. This is outside of the mansion itself. I'm easing you into this because I don't want to scare anybody, you know. This is a very, very cool little outdoor patio area. You know, once weddings happen, I'm betting that outside event spaces are going to be the first ones that are really kind of open back up because everybody can be outside a lot more than inside. Get up there. There we go. Here's your head table view, which is always fun. Got the buffet area back here in the back with the bar. Beautiful day that day. Beautiful day. That's the old coach house from when the Lent Brewery was happening. They parked the coaches in that space. I'll walk up here to the front. Yep, I didn't want to measure. Stop it. I can take measurements too. If you really are curious, you know, we can take measurements. Like, whoop. It's in meters. Isn't that fun? But that works out really well in case you need to look at a space and say, hey, I wonder if my refrigerator is going to fit in there. You can get a pretty good idea of the space itself. All right, here we go. I'm taking you inside. Everybody's heard the stories. We're going in the mansion. Right inside the front door. This is the place that everybody talks about. The Lemp Mansion. People come and visit this place. This is where the Lemp family lived back in the brewing days. And I forget the exact number, but apparently there were at least 4 people. At least 4 people, I believe, that committed suicide inside the property, which is kind of crazy. I'll show you a couple of rooms. But here's the bar area. Few tables here. I've had a drink or two at the Lemp Mansion, just because. The old school bathroom. Check this out. And this is from back in the day. You got the shower right out in the middle of the room, just because it can be. Got a fireplace in there. The old marble. This place is actually just so gorgeous. It's so historic. I was in there, so the business of beers that I help run. Of course, right now, that is all it's a little shut down right now because, well, we've got this pandemic thing going on, so we can't get together. We're working on getting back to that time frame, though. It's got to give us a little bit of time to get things kind of going. This is their museum area. Also gift shop. My mom used to be the biggest fan of Falstaff beer, and she has no idea that it's like connected to the Lemps. She doesn't quite put 2 and 2 together when it comes to that stuff. So check this out. This is the entire mansion. Whoop, wrong way. Or back out a little bit. Give you a view. This is what we call the dollhouse view. And what this lets you do is you get to see the whole property without the walls, without the roof line, which is just awesome. And like I said earlier, like I showed you, we connected tours together. So this is the gazebo from outside of, this is up on the spiral staircase, out back looking down. This is the entrance you make if you decide you're staying overnight. This is the entrance you go in. If that's not enough to make you a little worried about what might be happening there. Let's take a little trip here. Let's go upstairs. We're going to jump up to some of the bedrooms here. Now, here's a funny story. I got to find the right one. It's been around here. I got to find the right bathroom. I think it's this one. We're going to jump in right here. If I'm not right, we'll get to it. Whoa! I got a little crazy there. So Chris, who I just talked about earlier, and his wife Shani, they stayed overnight in the mansion on their wedding. I was on the wrong side of the hallway. Let's go over here. So each one of these rooms obviously is named after certain areas. This is the lavender suite. Everything seems very calming, but apparently I've heard stories that I believe it's this corner. This corner or that corner? One of these corners in here, apparently there's moments of ghosty activity. But, you know, you can rent this out. This is so cool. But here's the story. So apparently they stayed in the lavender suite. And here is the bathroom right attached to it. And it's a beautiful bathroom. It's that old school look. But you see these two lights here? Apparently there were plants hanging there. And in the middle of the night, they woke up and the plants were spinning. And there was no wind or anything going on causing them. The windows weren't open, nothing. The plants were just spinning. What a cool place this is. I don't know if I'm staying overnight, though. I can be kind of a chicken butt, but, you know, it is what it is. Lemp is one of our favorite places. The family that runs the Lemp, they're amazing people. Go there for dinner. Go there and get some food. Oops, I jumped the wrong way. I'm going to take you up to the top level. So it's kind of crazy when we had this Business and Beers event here. Remember a couple years back, there was a huge summertime storm, similar to yesterday, except there was tornado sirens going off like crazy this night. And you picture this area here. We were looking out, and this tree was almost bent over at a 90-degree angle. It was blowing so hard. And I remember the people that were with me going, should we be up here during the storm? And I thought, well, you know, honestly, this building's been here for a long, long time. And, you know, the worst that can happen is we end up as part of history here. But building's seen a lot worse storms than this. Probably this here is another one of the rooms that there may be some ghosty type activity in. I believe it's one of the kids. I don't remember for sure. I don't remember all the stories. Somebody can definitely correct me on the Lemp stories, that's for sure. But cool little bathrooms, just a cool property. And it's obvious it's they have the restaurant in there. I don't know what the restaurant hours are right now, but definitely get a hold of them. Get some food over there. Here's these twin bedrooms. It can be a suite. That's one of my coworkers, Gooey. She's, you know, yapping at the world. Take you in a little back here behind the scenes spot. This is the overhang out front. Apparently some interesting stuff happened in this little walkway. Just, you know, a little bit of activity here and there. Just a little creepiness. But yeah, so that's the mansion. You know, if you want to check this out, we can actually show off the floor plans. We can pull floor plans of a property. So you picture this as a big house. Picture this as, you know, property for sale. Picture this as an event space. You want to show off the floor plan. You can see it from this direction. You can see the dollhouse. Plus, we can also pull off an actual dimensional drawing of that floor plan. I'll show you that in just a second, what that looks like. A little outside space of this. It was a nice, creepy day. We were out there, too. All right, let me jump. Means we're jumping all over here. But you know what? I figured the heck with it. I'm going to have some fun today. Gesundheit. Let's go into, look at all these cool spaces. Let's have some fun here. You know what? I haven't taken anybody in the Science Center tour yet. Oops. We're going to have some fun here. We're going to go to the Science Center. At least a little part of it. You're going to get a special treat here. All right. So, check this out. Nobody's actually gotten to see this outside of a few people. We're going to do, let me see here. Let me look at all my tours here. That's up there. That's up there. That's that. That's that. Okay. Oh, I know what I want to do. We'll come back to that. I promise. I'll bring you back to the exciting part. I want to show you the inside part of it first. So the OmniMax, it's at St. Louis Science Center. We went ahead and we scanned that for them. We scanned the whole St. Louis Science Center just because it's a great tool. This whole project's going to be put together for them so they can use it as marketing tools, as all kinds of fun stuff. But as you can see, one of my coworkers is whining. Here's the OmniMax in all its glory. Oops, went down. Let's go up. So again, you can kind of see the whole dollhouse view. It's like looking at a snow globe. It's crazy that this screen is actually perforated. You want to see what it looks like perforated? Now we're going to take, now that you know where we're at, now I'm going to take you on the space that nobody ever gets to see. We're going to go on top of it. You're going to see the outside of the Death Star here. This is up top on the catwalks. Special treat just for people that are tuning in today. This is the back of the OmniMax screen. As you can see, that is light down on the floor. That screen is perforated. So you can see through. That's the staircase up there. This is us up on the catwalks inside the OmniMax. Sorry, my phone was buzzing. So right here we're, just a little bit above the floor, looking straight down through that OmniMax screen. That's the Death Star that is the OmniMax. It's the best analogy I can give you. It looks just like it. It's pretty cool. The fact that we were able to go up there was pretty awesome. There's the dollhouse view of it. Just to give you a little sneak peek into that OmniMax. Jump in here. This should be the light booth, yes. So this lets you get kind of a feel, a connection to look back inside of where we are. So that's one of those other big projects, museums, things like that. We're still working on the content of this because we want to put all kinds of tagging in, things like that for them. We're working on that. That's going to be another cool project. And another cool project we've done, and this is getting ready to add into something a lot more, our good friends over at MSD. So we actually, if you haven't heard me talk about this, we did a virtual tour of the Lower Merrimack Treatment Facility. Did I go to the right spot? Yeah. What happened? What did I do? Oh, there it is. It's like, what did I just do? I did something goofy. So we're going to let this kind of play a little bit. This is a collaborative effort between us and Spot Content Studio. So you have a facility that needs this. We need to talk because we can definitely show this off for you. We're going to jump in here. I'll give you this little video, then we'll take a little quick tour of the treatment plant.
The Lower Merrimack Wastewater Treatment Plant sits on 200 acres of land where the Merrimack and Mississippi rivers meet in South St. Louis County. It is owned and operated by the Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District, also known as MSD. This map shows our coverage area. Waste travels from homes and businesses throughout the community through tunnels and pipes hundreds of feet below ground to the plant, which treats an average of 15 million gallons of wastewater per day. Now, for the first time, virtual technology gives you a close-up 360-degree look in and around our plant from the comfort of your computer. You can walk around and explore on your own. Follow the clear circles on the floor to explore each space. Click on the green dot to move forward in the treatment process. Click on the blue dot to learn more about where you are in the process. Click on the purple dot to see video of our plant in action. Use the red dot to go backwards. Your tour begins now. So yeah, that's pretty cool stuff, right? That was video put together. TK, Tim, they put all that together. So here's kind of the process. Basically what we did is we took people on a step-by-step process through the treatment facility. For people that don't know how this all works, this is what you need to learn about. This is how we teach people this stuff. So this links to, talks about Project Clear. This will actually show you what happens in this room. This is a coarse bar screen area. Working like a comb with a 1.5-inch space between its teeth, the coarse screens catch trash, like bottles, branches, bricks, and rocks that have made their way into the sewers. The coarse screens pull up trash and place it into a trash bin that is sent to a landfill. Sewage next heads to the pump station.
So yeah, it's kind of a crappy job, but somebody had to do it. But the idea here is that this allows people to see this space that may not ordinarily get to see it. Right now, especially, we've got schools that used to take tours of this space that need to learn about, how things work in our world, what's going on, how this all works. This enables those kids to come into this space, tour around this, and learn what is going on here. What happens? How does this treatment plant work? So then we just take it step by step. This is where we went 200 feet underground. So there's new projects going on. Hence, we're waiting to find out if we're going to have the next little project, another 200-foot underground project, which is pretty exciting. So you check this out. Look, this is basically the main pumps. Once that effluent comes into that core screen area and all that trash is removed, it comes in here to start the treatment process.
When the tunnels into the plant were originally designed, they had to be deep enough underground to be placed in the bedrock layer beneath the soil and have the capability to run under the Merrimack River. From here, the sewage moves vertically up through the pump station.
So that's kind of cool. This is 200 feet underground. I'm going to jump here ahead to a couple spaces up. This is the pump station. This is the middle ground. This is where the pumps all pump all the stuff. That stuff, I say, stuff. So the thing that's kind of crazy, and people always say this, you see it on the news and stuff, they have to deal with not only wastewater, but stormwater in the city of St. Louis. So that's why these pumps, there's so many pumps, there's so much going on here. This is the pit. This is on the top side. So we're looking down. Here, we'll give you a little view here. This is TK's
It's quite a view
work.
from the third level of the pump station. On a wet weather day, the quantity of sewage moving through these pumps increases from 12 up to 60 million gallons of sewage per day. 3 2,000 horsepower pumps, each moving up to 40 million gallons per day of sewage, are used to keep up with the increased wet weather flow. Sewage is pumped 205 vertical feet to what's known as the fine screens, which is the next stop in our tour.
If that doesn't make it, I finally, after the first little bit of time, I finally kind of stopped clenching going over that. So each one of these steps in the process, we captured each one of these steps, gave the information. This is the fine screens area. This is where they pick out other pieces that are too small for those claws, for the coarse screens. Here's one of the clarifiers. This is where they separate all the stuff that is floating.
Two things happen in the primary clarifiers. Gravity pulls solids to the bottom. Fats, oils, and greases are lighter than water, so they float to the top. A rotating paddle ever so slowly collects the floating debris as the heavier particles sink to the bottom. Those materials move to the solids process, which we will see later in our tour.
So yeah, we got the primary clarifier. It was a cold morning when we did this. So you can see the beautiful sky, see the steam coming off. I looked like Frosty the Snowman. I was out there in the coveralls, the bibs, everything. And sure enough, yeah, all the moisture was definitely condensing on me. So here we are on top of the trickling filter, which is pretty cool process. This is looking into it. I'll let you see that video. So here's the catwalks. It was a slick trip up that catwalk, that's for sure. Trust me.
Here is a trickling filter in action. A long arm at the top moves like a rotating sprinkler, distributing water evenly over the trickle filters, which are stacked 24 feet deep. Clean water mixed with microorganisms that have been flushed off the plastic media leaves the trickle filters and flows to the final clarifiers. This is what the plastic media looks like up close. It usually takes about 20 minutes for the water to fall from the top of the filter to the bottom. By the time the water leaves the trickle filters, about 95% of the contaminants have been removed from the water.
Then we move from there to the final clarifier. So this is another clarifying spot. This is where, you know, the water goes through another bit of the process. Look at that beautiful sunrise. God, I caught some beautiful views that day. Such a beautiful, beautiful morning. It was so cold. This is where the water gets mixed in with a bunch of chlorine to kill off the final microorganisms that might be here. And then they mix it with bicarbonate so that it can, so it neutralizes the chlorine. The chlorine level is a little high compared to what you're used to with a pool, that's for sure. Jump in here. So this is cool because this is where all the water flows out back to the river then. It's just kind of rolling through here. This is where it's at the final point. So this is actually going back out into the environment then. Perfectly cleaned up by MSD. So then we go back to where the primary clarifiers were. Remember I talked about the solids going out. So this is where we take and we end up going on the solids direction. This is a really interesting part. It's where all the solid waste is dealt with. These little grit snails, they pull out little bits that might still be in there, little bits of stuff.
You can see the grit snails in action here. A slow-moving perforated belt escalator moves the solids from the tank. As solids move up the escalator, water drains through the perforations, leaving dry solids ready for disposal. The dry solids fall into a storage bin that is emptied periodically. Solids removed from the bin are disposed of in a sanitary landfill. The microorganisms and organic particles are carried by a stream of water into the next step, the gravity thickeners.
Yeah, the gravity thickener. In other words, the sludge tank. There was no going inside of this one. Now, this one here, this is where all that stuff gets mixed up and lets it sit and turn into what they call a sludge cake, which then goes here. This is where the shite hits the belt, so to speak. This is that final bit where they kind of they make a little cake out of it. But this is important stuff for kids to know.
Belt press in action. The belts continuously push water out through the process. It falls from the porous rollers. The settled sludge particles from the gravity thickener have the consistency of a watery milkshake. Polymer is added to the thickened sludge just before the thickened sludge spills onto the top belt of the belt filter press. Polymer is a chemical that causes sludge particles to cling together to form large chunks of sludge particles. At the end, the remaining sludge has the consistency of Play-Doh and is referred to as a sludge cake.
That's not Play-Doh you want to play with. That is exactly what you think it is falling down there. But you know what? It has to be done unless you're going to do it yourself. That brings it down. Come on, now work with me. There we go. That brings it down to the truck bay. This is where it leaves. It drops down.
Here you can see the final sludge cakes falling into large MSD trucks. Those trucks will transport the sludge cakes to another MSD plant to be incinerated and reduced to sterile ash. You may wonder how we keep the air around the plant fresh. These biofilters use microorganisms to remove odors from the air above the surface of the incoming sewage. Big fans move the air from the coarse screen chambers through the white towers that house the microorganisms. Treated air is released into the atmosphere.
So that isn't cool, right? That's the end of the process, basically. Here's kind of the ending video that we did.
The entire treatment process from arrival to finish is roughly 15 to 16 hours under normal conditions. We hope you have enjoyed your tour of the Lower Merrimack Wastewater Treatment Plant. For more information about our plant and MSD's other operations, please visit our website.
So yeah, it's a pretty exciting stuff there, you know, in this world of what do you call it? Poo. All right, I am going to stop sharing this now. Papa Bear, have you been yelling at me on the trip? What? What did I do? Papa's yelling at me on the chat. I don't know what's happening. Anyway. Whoa, that's Papa's face. I don't know. Why did I use the green screen? Because I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, kids, here we are. We're making our way through this one. Like I said, it's been a crazy, crazy week. Couple of quick things that are upcoming. Keep talking about these events because we have to. So we talked about Miracles in Progress. Showed a couple of videos there. And I don't know what's happening at this point. Whatever. Miracles in Progress also has their Mark Twain Classic 2-day open Buddy Bass Tournament on September 19th and 20th, 2020. That is coming up. Make sure you go to miraclesinprogress.org. That's miraclesinprogress.org so that you can learn more about that. There's sponsorship opportunities, things like that going on. Kaufman Memorial Golf Tournament coming up on October 6th. As far as I know, that is still happening. You should definitely go and check that out. Make sure you look at sponsorship opportunities, things of that nature coming up with that. I don't know what happened there. Well, whatever. We'll just keep rolling. We've got the Pound Pets Yard Sale is coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday. 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., 2700 Edwards Street. That is in Granite City. You need to pick up some things, go see them. Also, don't forget about Brett's First Responders. Their Queen of Hearts drawing is taking place on Wednesday nights live on Facebook. Make sure you tune into that and do with that stuff. They have a golf tournament coming up as well, October the 9th out at Stonewolf. And finally, September 15th, 2020, the O'Fallon Shiloh Golf Tournament. O'Fallon Shiloh Chamber of Commerce over on the Illinois side. Their golf tournament is coming up as well on that date. I'm on the committee. I'll be out there all day rolling around like a crazed maniac as usual. Other than that, kids, I've pretty much burned up most of the time today here, I think. Think about me on Thursday where I'm going, you never know what's going to pop up video-wise for me with that. So getting the wisdom teeth taken out, I'll probably be dumber the next time you see me if that's possible. But beyond that, kids, stay safe. I think there's supposed to be some more storms out there this afternoon potentially. And other than that, we love y'all. We'll see you next week. Take care. Take us out, Papa.